All right, so I kind of have a little mail day video here, and I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of kicking myself in the ass for not recording the actual opening, which I always do, but this time I didn't. So I wanted to share this, and I want people's opinion on what this is. So basically, I ordered 4 VIP, loose VIP double masters, booster packs, collector booster packs, whatever you call them, from eBay, from a seller. Price was good, reputation looked great. There's just no issues whatsoever, no red flags, so I ordered them. And they came in today, and I noticed, first of all, the packing was impeccable. They were incredible. But when I opened these up, I looked at them, something fell off to me, right? And so the trouble with these packs is the wrapping. Everyone knows that from the beginning, is the actual plastic wrapping. There's no Wizards logo, no identifying marks or anything like that. But I grabbed one and my finger hit it and like this. And that sound right there threw up a red flag. And I said, there's something wrong with these things. So I'm kind of looking at them, I'm examining a little bit, and I'm like, this plastic feels very rigid, not very loose. These things usually have a little bit of pull. They are not this hard of a plastic. They're not this loud when you actually touch them. Now, for full transparency, I've opened a ridiculous amount of these things, especially my Whatnot show. I've bought in full cases of 16, mini cases of 4, loose packs here and there, all that, and the plastic has never once looked like this. I've probably opened 130 of these things individually. I mean, a lot over the past several years. So I've handled these a lot, and I've never once had the plastic feel or look or sound like this. So big red flag right there. A couple other things actually I'll show off too. Look at this one specifically. Look at the corners. Okay, this is the hinge corner. So this is where it lifts up, and you can tell right there. That's clearly a pry mark where someone pried the corner up there, and most likely there as well. So it looks like the edges, someone pulled this thing open and most likely resealed it. So I looked at all of them. That was the only one with the major corner issues, but they all had this plastic that doesn't fit to what normally comes in these things. So here's all of them now for control, because I order these on a regular basis. I always buy them from good, reliable sources, which this seemed to be. But check this out. This is another one I had. This is straight from a mini case. It's a totally different plastic. This plastic is even it's pliable. You can pull it a little bit. You can kind of move it around a little bit. This stuff is completely rigid. So totally different. Obviously, it's speculation, I don't want to open them to see what's in there, but I said, what's the next thing? So as I weighed all these, I got 4 here. I pulled from a mini case. I just opened a mini case up just to use control ones, and these all weigh exactly 3.8 ounces. So I said, okay, that's a pretty good control. They all weigh exactly the same. Now I'm going to weigh these 4 in front of you, as you can see right now, just so people don't think I'm full of shit. Because again, I really want people's opinion on this. Let's move this down a little bit. So it's zeroed out. Here you go. Here's the control one. Something's hitting the back. Sorry. Something's hitting the back. 3.8 ounces. Okay. 3.8 ounces. That's the control right there. One of these is pretty close, but the other 3 are way off. 3.9. That's the close one. 3.8. So that one's weight is fine, right? This one. 3.4. 3.2. 3.4. Okay, so the weight's off, the plastic isn't right, and I don't trust the top right there as far as the bends and curls and things like that. So yeah, it's one of those things where I purchased this item. This was on eBay. I'm not going to call who the seller was or anything like that, because I don't know if it was, intentionally done or if it was a mistake. Honestly, the packing was incredible. They left me a really nice note in here and thanking me for the purchase, which I don't know if that's an actual thank you or just to butter me up or whatever it is. Either way, there's enough evidence here, enough red flags where for me personally as a buyer, I'm going to return it, which is funny because it's one of those eBay listings where on the very bottom in very capital letters, absolutely no returns accepted, which that doesn't really matter. The item is, in my opinion, risky, and I'm going to return it because I don't want to crack these things open, because then when you crack it open, then there's a different kind of problem. You know what I mean? And they can say, oh, well, you cracked them open, you took the good things out, and you returned it like this or whatever. So I'm returning them exactly as I got them. Again, this plastic is it's really weird and it's off. So for people that have opened a a lot of these, like myself, again, I've opened well over 100 of these individual boxes. Like I've opened a lot over the years. So I've experienced them a lot, I've handled them a lot, and you can tell pretty closely when there's something wrong with it. So, and that happens for anything. It could be like old Magic cards, vintage cards, certain boxes, certain seals of certain things. If you're used to a certain seal or a plastic or a pack or a wrap or whatever it is, you're used to it, so you know what it's supposed to feel like. And in all that I've opened, I've never had one even come close to feel like this. So again, red flag. So what would you do in this situation? Would you risk it and open them? Would you resell them? Would you return it? And I think personally for me, I see 3 red flags. Again, I see the top being potentially pried open, definitely not the right plastic, and the weight's off. So I feel sorry. I feel bad for the actual seller if they are legitimately trying to sell some things. But if they're trying to get away with something, unfortunately, I think they sent it to the wrong person, because, sorry, pal, there's no way in hell I'm keeping these. These will come back to you just the way you got them. But let me know what you guys think. Have you experienced this kind of wrapper before? Because all of them that I've done, I sure haven't.